they just announced that in December, they're going to have a vaccine that's mostly ready to be produced and distributed. And I don't know about y'all, but I am not taking the vaccine right away. I commemorate all the people that have taken the vaccine and have been part of the trials. You are true patriots, and I truly do commend you for taking such a risk. However, I'm a mother of two small children. I am not taking that risk right now. And I expect the elected officials that I elected into office to serve me, I expect them to be the front runners in these vaccine trials. I expect them, once the scientists say this is ready, Congressman Gates, my congressman, you go ahead and take this vaccine. President Trump, Vice President Pence, projected President Biden, projected Vice President Harris, y'all go ahead and take it. Get your buddies to take it. And then get back to me in 2 or 4 years and let me know what the lasting effects are. Because if you are alive as long as I have, I'm not going to age myself, but in 2006, they came out with the HPV vaccine for young girls called Gardasil. And they found my mom did not get me this vaccine right away, and my grandpa threw a fit about it. Come to find out years later that there were some neurological issues that were spawned because of this vaccine, because it was rushed and because they didn't have a lot of studies of it. Now, this is a vaccine they were recommending for 11-year-olds. 11-year-old girls. Eventually went down to 9-year-old girls. Eventually moved over to 11-year-old boys. This without even testing it on boys to see what the effects on boys were going to be, they recommended it. And they ended up having some neurological and nervous system issues. So I'm not anti-vaxxer. I'm totally fine with vaccines. What I'm not fine with is blindly taking a vaccine that there's no possible way that you could have tested long enough to understand the long-lasting effects. Is coronavirus really that bad? Not for everyone. Yes, it does kill certain people. I am 100% on board with you about that. But for healthy people like me, it's mostly just going to be an inconvenience. So I'm not going to risk my internal body on a vaccine. I'll still social distance. I'll still wear a mask. I'll stay away from y'all's grandmas. I have no problem with that. But I'm not going to take a vaccine that may or may not be safe. It hasn't quite been proven yet. It hasn't worked out all the bugs yet, when I don't know what that's going to do to me and my children. So I recommend personally that if y'all have children, or if y'all just can't afford to be sick, or can't afford to have disabilities, don't take the coronavirus vaccine right away. Let our elected officials take it first. Let other people who are willing to risk their lives, and I commemorate those civilians that are willing to risk their lives for an experimental vaccine. And you may think I'm being over dramatic, but I'm not. It's true. These frontline people who are part of the studies on the coronavirus vaccine are patriots, and they're heroes because they are putting their bodies on the line to test a vaccine that they know nothing about. So I commemorate you and I appreciate you. And your sacrifice has not gone unnoticed by me. But I am not in the position where I can take those kind of risks. And so I'm not going to. And I'm not going to put my two children who are under the age of 5 at risk by giving them a vaccine that I don't know enough about. So let's get our elected officials to do it and really serve the people like they're supposed to, and not just, do whatever they want and collect their salaries. Let's put them to work. Serve the people. Take the vaccine.